as we get everybody in. I'm so happy to see you all. Put in the chat who you are, where you're from. Okay. Okay, and people are still joining here. But I'm so happy to have you all here. This is a first free live online event called Awaken Moms. And this event was inspired by the children coming to me in spirit in a meditation back in, I want to say February or March. And they came to me in a meditation and they said, let's do this event. And it was all the children that I worked with in the very beginning of my spiritual awakening. And they were all with one another and they said, we're going to touch a lot of hearts with this event. And I said, okay, this is amazing. Let's do this. So I'm going to talk first, and then I'm going to have some awakened moms on whose children connected with me back in 2013 and 2014. I'm going to have you all mute as you come on as well, just to make sure that the sound quality is good. And so first, I'm going to talk about how I was awakened back in my 20s. So back in my 20s, I was 26 years old, and my best childhood friend, Heather, was had a car accident on her way home from college, and she passed. And I got the phone calls living in Atlanta at the time. This was back in May of 1995. And Heather and I grew up as childhood friends. She lived right next door to my grandparents in Michigan. So we spent every summer together growing up. And she was like a little sister. I taught her how to ride her banana bike. We had so much fun together growing up every summer. And so when I got the call that she passed, I was in a state of trauma. So I went numb, and I was numb for quite some time. Even when I got in the plane and I went to her funeral, I was just in this state of numbness, not really accepting what was going on. And also, Heather was the first loved one of mine that I loved so much that passed. So it's my first experience with grief as well. Um, so I was in a fog for some time. I just remember going to her service and hugging her family and putting this little blue angel in her casket and saying to her, stay with me. I just remember doing that. Uh, Throughout the months, I would have these dreams where I would go to her house in my dream and search for her and look for her, and I couldn't find her, and I would wake up crying. And it was about like a year or so later, I was walking into a grocery store with my husband, with my boyfriend, husband now at the time. And my ear started ringing so loud. But prior to that, okay, I'm kind of jumping ahead, sorry. So one night I had this dream and I couldn't find her in her house. I woke up crying and I said to God, I said, I can't be here anymore. I can't do this anymore. I need your help with this. And I heard this voice and it said, go back to sleep. And it was very gentle, loving, calming voice. And I fell back asleep and I woke up, not woke up, but in my dream state, I was awake and I was under this beautiful oak tree. And Heather was there and she was surrounded by angels and she was in white. And she sat down next to me under this tree and she held my hand and she talked to me throughout the night. And I could see her and I could feel her and I could touch her hand. And she gave me all these specifics about her accident and what happened to her that night or that day. And as kids, we would sit under trees and sit under under bushes, and we would pick berries, and we would find ladybugs, and we would find inchworms and stuff like that growing up. And so sitting under this tree, um, it was very synchronistic, and it was also so us, very, very familiar. Um, as I'm letting people in, please mute. Uh, thank you. And so what happened was she told me about her accident. She told me that there was a woman with her, that woman was holding her in the car before she passed. She was surrounded by angels. She said she wasn't alone when when she passed. She gave me such comforting, loving feelings that she was okay, and I could see her, and she was just illuminated. And so fast forward a little bit, she had been coming to me in my dreams a number of times. And then one day I was walking in a parking lot into the grocery store with my boyfriend, now husband, and my ear started ringing, my right ear. And it rang so loud, it was like a piercing sound. And after the ring, I heard her voice, her actual voice outside my ear. And she said, "Call my mom tonight. Call my mom and tell her everything I told you about the accident." And so I just said to my boyfriend at the time, Heather just talked to me. I just heard her. My ear was ringing. I just heard her voice, her actual voice. And I said, she wants me to call her mom, Claudia. And my husband said, call her. Make sure you call her because she's been coming to you in your dreams. So that night I called her mom, and I love her mom. I grew up with her mom too. And I told her, I said, Heather has come to me in my dreams surrounded by angels. And she stopped and said, Heather collected angels for a year before she passed. And then I said, Heather told me in her accident that a woman pulled a car over and was holding her before she passed. And her mom responded, I didn't believe them. I said, who? She said, the EMTs on the scene told me that a woman pulled over her car and was holding Heather before she passed. And I haven't been able to go on with my life knowing that my daughter was alone. And I said, she wasn't alone. See, so she came and she gave you this message. And there was so much beautiful joy in that moment with her mom. It brings me to tears. But I knew that Heather was with us. I knew she was still with us. And I knew somehow, some way, she was letting us know that she was still with us, still loving us. And that was the first time I gave a reading, and I didn't know what a reading was. I didn't know what a medium was. Very long time. Um, but that was back in 1996. And Heather taught that she taught me that my loved ones could come to me in my dream state, that there's a spiritual realm that's really familiar, and they could come to me and they could talk to me, and they could hold me, and they could help me, and they could comfort me. And there was a time when my grandfather was about to pass. He was in the hospital. My grandfather was like a grandfather to her as well, because she lived right next door to them. And so I was watching my grandpa one night in the hospital, and he was probably a few days from passing. And in the middle of the night, he woke me up and he said, Doll, look above you. Your friend's here. Our friend's here. And I knew right away that it was Heather. And I got chills all over my body. And he said to me, he's like, Doll, she loves you. That she would be there for him and help him into the light, into the afterlife. Uh, that was beautiful spiritual experience with her. And then after that, I didn't hear from Heather for some time, uh, until my spiritual awakening in 2011, where she came to me with all my loved ones. When I meditated to the song Amazing Grace, first time meditating. And I was opened up to see, feel, and hear my loved ones. And they all talked to me in my wakeful state. And I thought it was only the dream state but it happened where I could really communicate with them after this meditation to Amazing Grace in my wakeful state. So I want to talk about the first little girl who, along with my grandfather and actually Jesus, pushed me into this spiritual gift of being with spirit and connecting with spirit and bringing through beautiful, loving, healing, evidential messages. Um, so one day I was walking in a parking lot, and just like I was with Heather, and this little girl appeared in an apparition in the parking lot for a split second out of the corner of my eye. And she said, "You're going to talk to my mom tonight. You're going to talk to my family tonight." And I knew that this little girl her mom was a friend of mine. So I knew it had to be her. And as I walked into Home Goods, she was with me. And she took me to this aisle where there's all pink. And she said, "I have a pink room and I'm with grandma. Tell my mom I'm with grandma." Well, my phone did not work for 2 hours. I was shopping for a dinner party that we were having at the house with a lot of people that evening. And she was giving me, chills all over. And she was so incredibly strong that my phone did not work at all. Um, but Sophie taught some amazing things. That night, this 9-year-old little girl made sure her family called me at 8 o'clock. I picked up the phone and they said to me, "We were guided to you. Our daughter just passed and we'd love to hear from her." And I had all these people downstairs. And I said to my husband, I need to excuse myself and go upstairs and meet with this family. And for an hour and 8 minutes, Sophie came through and brought powerful validation after validation after validation in the spiritual reading for her mother, her father, her brothers, her aunt, and her cousin who were on the phone. She immediately said she's with Maya. She's a little girl from St. Jude Hospital. She was from St. Jude that passed 3 days before Sophie, and they were very good friends. She came through with Grandpa and playing a game with him, a game that they would always play. She mentioned names of her loved ones on the other side. And the energy and the love that I felt throughout the spiritual reading, the energy, the healing energy was palpable. She was right there. She was right here. She was right there. So Sophie taught a lot, and she pushed me to be in the spiritual gift after that evening. Her family came to my home, and I gave them all an in-person spiritual reading from Sophie. What Sophie taught was that she could leave tangible gifts for everybody. Everyone could get the same gift. She said she was leaving buttons for everyone. She left me a shiny white button in the leaves on my back porch. She left her best friend cousin a white button with her name on it at the elementary school. She left her dad a button this big in the ceiling fan, like a silver dollar, that he hadn't changed the ceiling fan in 10 years. And Sophie was like, I think 8 or 9. She taught about orbs. When her family had the celebration of life, they went all up to the lake house. And in the photos, there were white orbs, spheres of light, of spirit energy everywhere. She wrote in one of them her name. She also taught that she could play music for you. She played music in her room for her family, for her cousin. She kept teaching over and over and over and over. And one day I was having a meditation workshop and her mom came. In fact, Gretchen was going to be here tonight, but she's on a plane on her way to see her family and her grandchildren. Uh, But what I'll say about this is that when I started this meditation workshop, it was the first one. This manager's little dog, little Chihuahua dog, ran in and sat on Sophie's mom's feet before we started. And she said to the manager of the wellness center, "What's your dog's name?" And she said, "Sophie." And from that moment on, this beautiful energy was there in that room. And it was a wonderful meditation workshop, the first one that I taught. Um, but I have to say, with Sophie, uh, after I gave that spiritual reading or two to her family, when they came to my house, Sophie said after the spiritual reading, "I want to hug everybody." And I was like, "Okay, how do you want to do that?" And she goes, "Stand 3 feet away from each one." And I said, "Okay, then what?" And she said, "Let me walk through you." And I said, "Okay." And of course, I'm just learning too. And I say to her family, "Sophie wants to hug each and every one of you." And she says she's going to walk through me. And I stood 3 feet away from her mom, dad, and her brothers. And Sophie walked up. And as she was walking, her mom goes, "You're walking like her. You're walking like her with your arms." And Sophie leaned in and hugged her mom through me under her neck. And her mom just cried and held me. She goes, "That's how she hugs me." She hugged each one of them completely differently. But she taught that she could blend with my spiritual energy and come through in this way and give her hugs and give her hugs. So I want to share my screen for a moment. And let's see if hold on one second, because I want to show something about Sophie. Okay, let's see. Okay. So just so you can see this, you find Sophie's collage. So Sophie was called Super Sophie because of her superpowers, but I want to talk about this right here. On the way home from the meditation workshop, this song came on my radio by Sophie B. Hawken. Right at that time, my phone call rang, and it was my mom at a post office saying, "I don't know what this is about, but I see this pink book called Sophie's Mouse." Sophie's gerbil had come through in one of the readings, and it had just passed by the name of Mary Jane, and her mom had told me about it. Next thing I know, on the side street, there's St. Jude signs. These little girls were selling bracelets for St. Jude. Right here, Sophie writes her name, SOPH, in one of the orbs. Sophie taught about the spiritual vortex. She taught about the spiritual vortex, which is how multiple things can come in at the same time. And you can be awakened even more to feel their love, to hear their messages, to feel their closeness. And she taught about that because all these things happened in moments. My phone rang in the car from my mom at the post office, seeing Sophie Mouse book, pink book. Her mom had just told me about her little gerbil who had passed named Mary Jane. The St. Jude, Sophie was from St. Jude. Just amazing. So she taught that they can do this. They can create these amazing spiritual vortexes to experience them through signs and synchronicities and their love and their alive, I'll say, essence and spirit and presence, where you can feel them so close. So after I gave a reading or two to the family, she did not leave me alone. So she was coming to me in my meditations and saying, "You've got to do this. We need you. We need you." And I saw all these children on the green hill. And in one of the readings, I remember Sophie came through on a green hill. And her mom said, right before Sophie transitioned, she said she was on the Green Hill. So when she appeared to me, she was with a lot of children, a lot of friends on the Green Hill, which is amazing. So I want to bring on one of the moms uh, that I met and knew, and her beautiful daughter, Shannon, taught so much as well. And so I'd like to bring on Jeanine. So, Jeanine, can you unmute? I want to say, Shannon taught so much too. Uh,
I'm here.
Hi, Jeanine.
Hello, hello.
Good to see you. Um, your beautiful daughter taught so much as well. And I'd love for you to share. I guess we'll start with just sharing about Shannon and
Okay.
then what she did when you asked her for a sign.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So Shannon, she was 12 years old. Actually, then when she passed away, she was 13 years old, and she was like living. Looking back, had 13 years to live with an angel in my house. Really, she was the epitome of just childlike wonder and love, all in the little ball, type thing. So she was just extraordinary to begin with. But after she passed, I had some signs that that I wanted to be her so bad, of course, and I was looking at things and whatever, and I would get some small signs, and so I reached out to Stacey one time, and I'm like, I just want to know without a doubt, that it's her, and I just don't want to be making this up. I don't want to just assume it's her and whatever, and Stacey said you have to ask for a undeniable physical sign. And so there's like, she passed away in October of 2014. And so this was like that December. And so I started praying every night for an undeniable physical sign, an undeniable physical sign. And so, I would see little things or think I heard little things or whatever. And so, come to February, in February was my first birthday, without her. And so the night before, I was taking a shower, and I'm like, you know what? I just would really like, the one gift I would really like is for Shannon to go to somebody and say, I want to talk to my mom. Instead of me reaching out trying to connect to her, my gift was I wanted her to try to connect to me. And so, I just said my prayers and went to bed. And so the day of my birthday, February 18th, 2015, that would have been, we were eating dinner and we finished dinner, and my older child and my younger son, they had gone off for a minute, and dad and I were going to do the dishes, and we just kind of sat there for a couple minutes, and then he's like, hey, do you want me to go get the kids so we can bring you your gift and have your cake? And I said, sure. So he's like, okay, I'm going to go get the kids. So as soon as he said, I'm going to go get the kids, I got a text from Stacey. And I'm like, okay, so what do I do with this, right now? And I think the other kids are coming. So I thought, well, I'll just wait, till we're done having my, cake and my present or whatever with the other kids. So we did that. So as soon as that was done, the other two kids went off, and I thought, oh, I'm going to go down the basement and contact Stacey. And Stacey and I knew each other a little bit, but not like, you know, super duper tight at that point. So I went downstairs and I said, okay, Stacey, I said, hey, you texted me. And she said, yeah. She said, I think this is the time when, she said, I was typing up a letter or, doing, one of her little writing things. And she goes, right in the
An
middle.
email, an
Yeah, an
email.
email. You were emailing somebody else. And right in the middle of the email, she said this, Shannon came up, just the name Shannon, like out of the blue, like it didn't fit in the email anywhere.
Shannon,
And then it said
Shannon B.
Shannon B. At the end, it said Shannon B. And wasn't even sure of my last name at that point. So she called her mom, which I knew Stacey's mom. And that's how I found out about Stacey. And she actually had to confirm our last name, which was Biscay. So she's like, oh, it has to be, Shannon B., Shannon Biscay. So that's when she texted me. And then I didn't say anything to her about what day it was or what was going on or anything like that. Of course, I wanted to hear all what she had to say before I said anything. So I just sitting back, kind of listening. And Stacy's like, "Yeah, she came through, and there's something about she wants to blow out candles with you, and there's a balloon." And she goes, "I don't understand it." She goes, "Is it like Shannon's birthday, or what's going on?" And I just let her kept talking and talking and talking, and then finally I said, "Well, Stacy," I said, "actually today's my birthday." And I said, last night I prayed that Shannon would go to somebody and say, "Hey, I want to talk to my mom." And as soon as she started, coming into Stacy, the first thing she said was, "I want to talk to my mom."
Yes, she
And
did.
so, after she put her name in her email to let her know she was there, and then she came to her. So then she, called me and told me the whole thing about the balloons and the candles and blowing it and everything out. So
She has just impeccable timing, Shannon, and there's
yeah.
another thing that she did that we'll
Well,
talk
the
about too.
yes. So the
But one
next.
thing I want you to share too is that Shannon and her cakes.
Oh,
So
so
there is some synchronicity with your cake
yeah,
and Shannon's cake. So please
yeah,
share with us
yeah.
what else Shannon did. Yeah.
So I kept still praying for this undeniable physical sign still, even after that. So when Shannon was in the middle of her cancer treatments, she was getting to get make a wish, something to do, and she wanted to go to Hoboken, New Jersey. She was watching. Did a lot of sports, but she couldn't participate in that at the time. So she was really into crafting, and she started getting to cake decorating. And she thought, well, I'll go to the Carlos Bakery. The cake boss at that time was a big thing on TLC. And she's like, well, Mom, maybe I can go to Carlos Bakery and decorate a cake with him. And I'm like, yeah, maybe we can figure that out. We'll get them to see how that goes. And then she got a little sicker. Then she's like, well, Mom, maybe Carlos can come here. And our community was supporting us so well that she's like, maybe he can make a big, sparkly green cake just to thank the community for all that they're doing for us. I'm like, okay, well, we'll ask and see if that can happen. Then before we got to any of that, she unfortunately passed away. So I just knew that as a family, and again, that was in October. I still knew as a family, like in February, it was like just dreary and we needed to do something. So I got my other children had a lot of activities going on. So I got out a calendar and I, put everybody's activities on there. And I'm like, I just need to find like a long weekend just to change up the environment, get out of town, do something different. So I didn't tell my children, I didn't tell my husband at the time that I was trying to come up with something. So I thought, well, what can we do? And my other kids really haven't like seen the city. So I thought, well, maybe we'll go to New York City and we'll see the Empire State Building and the Statue of Liberty and whatever, whatever. So I was planning this whole trip out. And I had sitting on my desk an old fashioned atlas. So I was looking at my atlas and I was trying to plan a trip and we can go here because it was just going to be a short weekend. And when I was placing everything down and looking at that out of the corner of my eye, I see in bold letters Hoboken. And I'm like, Hoboken, where did I hear that from again? Like I couldn't place it out because that was October and this was February. And finally, and it was in New Jersey, I'm like, oh gosh, that's where Carlos Bakery is supposed to be, the original one, the first one that his family started. So I thought, oh, it's down, towards the Statue of Liberty. We'll take a taxi. We'll go over there. And the only weekend that worked that winter for the other two kids that didn't have activities was the last weekend in February, which went into March 1st, which was Shannon's birthday. So I thought, oh, we'll go there. And so I got a hotel in Times Square, and we went to Times Square. As soon as we got to Times Square, catty corner across the street was a Carlos Bakery. And the kids are like, Mom, Mama. I'm like, no, no, we're not going in that one. Shannon wanted to go to the original. We're going to go over to Hoboken, New Jersey, where the original one is, on our little trip that day. So we go to Statue of Liberty, we get a taxi, we go to Hoboken, New Jersey in the end of February. It was like the coldest winter ever. And we get to Hoboken, New Jersey. And my daughter's name was Shannon Danielle. And her favorite color was green. She was a little feisty little girl. And so we get to Hoboken, New Jersey. We get out of the car. I'm on the side where the shop was. And as soon as we got out, my husband said, honey, look across the street. So here in Hoboken, New Jersey, in the middle of February, we got a Carlos Bakery, the original, and the catty corner across the street in as big as letters you can get was an Irish pub called the Shannon. And it was in green letters. And I thought, oh my gosh, I just got the chills through my body. And what went through my mind, and I swear I heard her voice, Mom, how much bigger can you get? And so I got my undeniable physical sign, the Irish pub in green letters, the Shannon, in February, in Hoboken, New Jersey. So I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
She
So
was
that,
right there with all of you.
yes, yes,
Yeah, letting you know. And that's just how powerful.
yeah.
She did something else too, which I'm feeling here, um, about the green frog. So Shannon loved the lime color green, and I know that you had shirts made for her that said "Fight like a girl" when she was
Hmm.
going through her treatments, and they were
Yeah,
lime green. And I remember
yeah.
when she came through first in the first spiritual reading with you, she showed lime green. But what happened that one day, like you and Nicole were sitting on the porch and something very
Oh, yeah.
lime green in the winter jumped up onto the porch.
Yeah. It was like really pretty late fall. It was getting
Late
cold,
fall.
and
Okay.
yeah, we were sitting on our front porch. We had a swing on our porch, and it was actually dusk going into dark already, and we were having a pretty serious conversation, Nicole and I, who is 2 years older than Shannon. And so we were having a pretty, in-depth conversation about something, and we must have both been kind of sad about whatever the conversation was. And again, out of the corner of my eye, up on the handrail, something landed, and we're like, "What is that?" And so we kind of looked, and all of a sudden, it was, and we would get these signs quite often, actually. And that was one of her things is the frog, and it was forever rely on God. And this was way before she even got diagnosed with cancer. That the frog and the green actually was her thing way before she got diagnosed with cancer. But anyway, after she passed away, when this frog came up, and we really couldn't tell exactly. So Nicole got her phone out and turned on her light or her camera, or whatever. And when she took a picture of it, it was like this smiling green fluorescent frog, but we couldn't tell, until we put the light on it. But it was really, really a cool frog that night. So and it was perfect timing. Again, the conversation that Nicole and I were having, it was something that we needed at that moment to know that she was kind of around us too.
And she did something in the last couple years. And so Shannon taught about impeccable timing. She has impeccable timing of connecting when you're talking about her, when there's a milestone, when there's a birthday, when something's going on, she has this incredible timing of connecting. And there was one day where I was in my house and I was sitting in my living room, and there was this huge box in our foyer, and it must have been a TV delivered, another big TV. Well, there's the cardboard box in our foyer, and I'm seeing it, and it says QTB. And I'm like, oh, that's so familiar to me, QTB. And all of a sudden, Shannon connects on QTB. And in one of the spiritual readings, when she came through, she talked about QTB, the quarterback, her brother. And she connects and she shows me her mom and her sister sitting down on a floor with a plaque above them that says gather. And I, I text Jeanine right away and I say, Shannon's connecting and this is what she's showing. Well, she calls me up, and Jeanine, I'll let you speak to this
Yeah.
right now.
So at the time, this was just 2 years ago. And actually, Stacey, you know what? It's 2 years today to the date.
What?
Today, today, I just realized
Oh
that a
my
little while ago.
goodness.
Actually,
I have chills
Nicole,
everywhere.
I know. Actually, Nicole, I said, "Hey, I'm meeting with Stacey tonight." And Dennis, she goes, "Well, Mom, did you see my post today?" And I said, "No." This is my older daughter. She goes, "Well, Mom, it was 2 years today that we had left that house. Actually,
Oh,
today."
wow.
So
Again,
yeah,
impeccable timing.
yeah. So my daughter and I had gotten divorced, and we were all moving out of our house where the kids were all born. Literally, I have them at home. But so we Nicole and I were the last ones out of the house, and we kind of just sat down by the living room wall. It was between the living room and the kitchen, and right on that wall we had a big display, and it was Gather, but it was like individual pieces, GATHER, and was put together. And then we had frames all around it with our personal pictures. But because there were so many nails, we took out our personal pictures, but left all that up there and thought, let them do what they want to do with it, type thing. So we had sat down just happenstance at that wall just to kind of say our final goodbyes, to the house and have our last little cry there together. And we were sitting there, and that's when you actually text literally while we were sitting there. And so then I called you up, and then you were telling me Shannon's coming through, and she just, and you didn't know what going on. You didn't know what day it was or what was happening.
No.
And you just said, she just wants you to know that she's with you, your girls, and like you and Nicole. And she said something about, are you sitting by a wall and there's like a sign up above? And I think it says, and you're like, well, gratitude or gather. I think it's gather. And I'm like, no, it's gather. So it actually said gather. And I said, yeah, I said, Nicole and I happen to be right at this very moment saying goodbye to the house for the last time. And so you said she just wanted to let you know that she was with her, because Nicole and I, just the two of us, were getting in my son was staying local. My ex-husband went to Buffalo from Ohio, and Nicole and I were going to Florida. So we were literally going to be getting in a Penske truck and driving south. And so she had showed up right when Nicole and I were sitting by that wall. That was pretty incredible.
Well, that was amazing how she lets you know that she's with you and she connects the dots in the most amazing ways. I
Yeah.
want to show Shannon's collage here too. Let me see here. Okay, this one, Sophie. Where are you? Here you are. So Shannon's there in the middle. There's the QTV box. There's the Gather right there. There's the Shannon right next to Cake Boss. And I also want to share here too, this little guy that she brought to them. And you can tell it's dark around there, but look at how lime green this little frog is that matches her
Yes.
sister's bracelet.
And that
Just,
has, yeah, that bracelet has Shannon on. That was her bracelet that we all had.
yes, it's just amazing. It's just amazing how she taught so much in also in such a short period of time. She came through right away in your spiritual reading, and she taught so much that she was okay and that she was with her grandpa, and that she was playing Monopoly already in the afterlife, and
Yeah.
just amazing things that she taught with such powerful validations. And so I just say, the kids that really got me started, kind of pushed me those first couple years, they have stayed with me. They've stayed with me. And they continue to come through and connect. And I know they help the other kids in the afterlife, because sometimes when I'm doing spiritual readings, I can see who's with them. And I do see some of these children um, that are such angels, such angels. So I just want to thank you. Thank you, Jeanine, for sharing
Welcome.
how
Yep.
beautifully strong your angel girl is for you and for your family, and just how much that she taught all of us, just the power
Yep.
of that their spirit is alive and that they are able to connect and come through and to let you know that they're bringing the love and support that you need, especially during times of transition that's going on. So I just, you know how much I love your daughter.
Yeah. Thank you.
And what is amazing about this is I never met Shannon.
No.
I did not meet Shannon
Yeah.
until she came through
Yeah.
in her powerful, loving spirit. So I feel like I've known her for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
But just thank you so much for
You're
sharing
welcome. Thank you.
the story, and continue blessings of love and spirit. Just
Thank
follow
you.
me. Okay, thank you,
Yeah,
Jeanine.
you're welcome.
There's so much love coming for you, Jeanine. I'm seeing in the chat, beautiful story. Thank you for sharing. Now I'm going to bring, let's see, Darcy on. Ask Darcy to unmute. I'm hearing thank you for sharing. This is so beautiful from Mia. I'm seeing hearts from everybody too coming through. Um,
Hey,
hi, Darcy.
hi.
So, so I want to tell a little bit of a story here about Darcy's amazing son. Um, and I'll just say too that I know that the children connect me with their parents. They orchestrate everything to make sure that there's that connection and that healing to take place. So if you could share a little bit, Darcy, of your beautiful son. Oh, I see your beautiful dog there too.
Yeah,
Can feel her
I,
energy.
I, Jessie, like Jeanine said, I never kind of put that together, but I feel like all the kids in spirit have that special thing about them that maybe they have because they're not going to live their full life. I don't know, but I remember a time just watching Jesse. I was outside of his room and checking on him, and he was just sitting looking out the window in a meditative state. And after he passed, I remember thinking about that. Like, do they know that they're not going to be here? Um, or what? But Jesse was always funny and kind and a very loving child. And anybody he came in contact with just loved him. You know, other kids' moms wanted him to come over because their kids acted better when he was around. That's what they said.
He
And
is such a huge personality. I remember the first time. So I want to tell the story a little bit of how Darcy and I met. We were at a conference and one of the friends that I was with, this guy Ron, was talking to Matt, I think. And Ron told Matt that I was spiritually gifted and connected to children in the afterlife. And I just remember like Matt just being, what? And then you were right there too. Um, and something happened, like there was just this, connection that happened right at that moment. I know he like orchestrated us being in the hallway at the same time. He orchestrated that whole thing happening. And I'll just say this, I don't swear, but when Matt called me to schedule a spiritual reading and I picked up the phone, and the first words that came out of my mouth to Matt was, I could feel Jessie connecting immediately for the first time and saying, my dad is a badass. And those words came right out of my mouth. I would never say that ever. And I just remember how powerful that moment was because Matt says, he called me badass all the time. That's what he called me. And so right then it started. And I remember in the spiritual reading, you guys had an in-person spiritual reading. And I remember Jessie was the first child to dance through me. He started to touch my knees. He lifted my knees up like we were doing these football exercises. He played football and he was touching my knees, like doing, I don't know what they're called, calisthenics or something. And then he started
knee lifts,
dancing. What are they called?
knee lifts.
Knee lifts. Okay. Yeah. And then he started dancing through my body. And then he started singing and rapping. And you're like, you're dancing like him. He's dancing through you. And so that had never happened before. He taught that. He taught that. He also said that I have friends over here, Mom, like I have here. He named his friends or gave those J names in the afterlife that he was with his friends. And you had said that one of his friends passed a few months before him. But one of the most
Yeah,
amazing
and 2 weeks after him.
after him, and he
Yeah.
brought them through. He brought both of them through that he had friends and they were hanging out and having a good time. One of the things that Jessie did, I'll say, is that he also created a spiritual vortex where you guys, I was with you guys. He brought up the Three Musketeers. That was something that he brought through in the spiritual reading, that you guys are the Three Musketeers, all for one, one for all. I'm hearing that now from him. Good job. And um, then what he did was, as I was driving away from you guys, I saw a vanity license plate with Matt's name on it. And then the song came on the radio by Carly Simon, called his name Jessie. This all happened at once. And I could just feel this big thank you. Now, when I talk about the Three Musketeers that came through in their spiritual reading from their son, I came home that day and on a post-it in my office was the Three Musketeers, $19 or $17, something. Where did that come from? I don't know. My writing was on it.
We were Three Musketeers because from the time Jessie was 2 till he went to kindergarten, we traveled. I mean, we were everywhere, and so it would be us three in the room playing music, and we have all kinds of videos of Jessie, like having a microphone and playing the harmonica and the guitar at the same time when he was like 3.
He was
So
very
yes,
musical, like very creative, very open.
yes.
Something that he taught as well was, so Jessie taught that he could bring a doppelganger photo of himself on the screen on special days. He's done it twice, actually. I found both of them.
Did you?
He would bring this photograph of him that wasn't him, but looked just like him with his arms straight out. And I would send it to you and Matt, and there would be a special day that was going on, whether it was you were giving his scholarship away, that you do on an annual basis. But what he did next, after he showed he could bring those photos on the screen, on the computer, what he did next was the first time I had ever heard about this. Went to a restaurant
Yeah.
afterwards. And what happened at that restaurant?
So the kid that was waiting on us looked exactly like Jessie, and I mean, there's not a lot of people of ethnic uh there's not a lot of ethnic people in the town we lived in, and so I was kind of in shock. It was really in shock.
And he
and
had the biggest smile.
and he was funny like Jessie, and we told him about Jessie, and he had heard of Jessie through his cousin, and so it was really special.
It was amazing. It's almost like, so he brought his lookalike doppelganger to you on the day that you were giving away his scholarship. And I remember you guys sending me a photo, and I know we couldn't find the photo, but I
But
remember you sending me that photo with this boy with his arms around both of you,
yeah.
looking just like Jessie. I mean, it was just incredible. And Jessie was bringing his love through in those moments to let you know that mom, dad, I got you, I got you. And I mean, Jessie, when he came through in the very beginning, he talked about being your protector. and that he is that for you. And he has shown throughout these years that he is with you, that he is protecting you on so many levels that it's just, I mean, it is amazing to me how strong he is in spirit. He was one of the kids that came through in February with Shannon and Sophie, and we're going to do this. Contact our parents. We're going to do this. Wanting to share their stories and the strength of their spirit. And I would just like to say, I want to share here some things that I want to share here. Some of these things that Jessie brought through. I want to say too, Darcy, this is one of them. So this is Jessie. And this is the photo he brought on my screen.
Wow.
On that special day. He also brought, this is that spiritual vortex moment where, oh yeah, then he also typed his name there. That's right. Oh, and here's a Jessie license plate. So he did all this in one shot. Here's the post-it. Oh, it's 12. And I also found this photo of Darcy.
Mm.
So Jessie brought all this light. And here he is here. So I just
Can I tell something really quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So on a year after he passed, was the sentencing for the kid that stabbed him. And we the night before, we were at a park, and this gazebo, we were under a gazebo, and there's all kinds of his friends and some friends of ours, and so a few people told stories, and my friend was telling a story about when Jessie was staying with her because Matt and I were out of town, and that she was, she made him do chores, and they were outside doing some gardening, and there was a spider, and Jessie didn't want nothing to do with the spider. And so she was talking and telling the story. What was so funny, because he's everybody's protector, but he was scared of the spider. And while she's sharing this story, from the top of the gazebo, bunch of spiders. I mean, I could say 100 spiders came down from the ceiling of the gazebo, and everybody, and we have pictures. It might even be the picture that you just showed. I'm not sure, but we have pictures of me, and then my friend was talking beside me, and everybody in the kind of crowd was pointing up, and you could see them. And
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
so
So it's like synchronicity to share that, like I'm right here, I'm right here. And it's amazing how clever they are in choosing these things too, choosing these certain signs, choosing these certain synchronicities, and the way that they come through, the way he's coming through in the spiritual readings. I mean, he's so mighty and so strong, and uh, I know he's helping so many kids be strong too in the afterlife, because of how powerfully strong he is. And he's always going to be your protector. He's always going to be right there by your side. All the kids are always going to be like right there with you, no matter what. And they have proven it time and time and time again. Um, and the kids have also awakened you to feel them, or to see them in your dream state, or to hear them or hear their messages. I know Jessie connects a lot around music because he was a singer and he rapped and he loved music, and Matt's in music. Matt was in bands. And so I know how he can connect so strongly around that as well, especially bringing all the songs with his name in it. I didn't know that there were so many songs with Jesse's. I didn't know that there were so many Jesse songs. I just know the
Right.
Rick Springfield one. That's it.
Jesse's
But I
great.
didn't know that there was so many of them. But he just shared that. He just brought that through because he's so connected to music. He's so connected to music. So I just want to thank you for sharing about your son. I mean, because these first kids that came through, I mean, they just lit a fire under me in a way that you're going to keep going with this. Okay, there's a lot of people to help, a lot of people to help. And we're right here, we're right here. And so I know so many hearts are coming up for you, Darcy. There's so much love here, so many hearts for you, so much love for sharing your story. And we send you so much love right now, too.
Yeah.
Um, but we've been on this journey for a long time. I think you and I met in what was it, 2015
No, yeah,
or
it was 20.
2014?
Well, he passed um, May or April 2014, and we met. It
So we
was
met
2015.
2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So he made sure that that happened. Yeah. So I just know how amazing and strong that he's going to continue to be, because he has been. He has been for the years, through the years. Um, I remember one time Jessie came on a beach with two little doggies one time. And I texted you or something, and you had told me that your Sadie had passed, and he was holding her on the beach, holding both of the dogs. Both were together with him.
Well, right, and right at that time
Sophie
we were
and
on.
Sadie. Was there a Sophie?
Yeah, Sophie and
Sophie
Sadie.
and Sadie.
Sophie was Jesse's first dog,
Yeah.
Cocker Spaniel. But when after you told me about the dogs the first time, we were actually he was working in Texas on the coast, and we were on the beach, and we seen in the sky perfect apparition or the clouds. You know, they looked just like Sadie, the small,
Oh, I've
and
seen
Sadie
them.
looked, yeah, yeah. And so we were, that was amazing.
Yes, that is incredible. I've had that happen to me with the dog appearing in the clouds as well. So that's amazing, everybody. Just remember that with your dogs that they can appear in the clouds. It's so phenomenal. So anyway, I just want to thank you, sending you so much love. There's so much love for you. Everyone's saying thank you, Darcy, for sharing your beautiful story about your son, Jesse, because it's touching a lot of hearts right now. And we know that our loved ones reunite with us, especially the children, in their own ways. And they want to make you feel their love so much. And they want you to feel them with you, with you. And so Jessie continues, and so does Shannon continues. Um, and I mean, the kids just know that I'm open, I'm wide open all the time. So come anytime, like that's what I say to them. Just love them so much. Just love them so much. So thank you, Darcy. Blessings of love and spirit. Thank you so much. I just want to share that we're opening up the Gift of Spirit Mentoring online program with Early Bird. And so you can check it out, the Awaken program on the website. We start in September. We have an Early Bird special right now, and it's on the online course page. And then also, I'll be teaching a meditation retreat to connect with spirit in Lilydale at the Lilydale Assembly all day, spiritual retreat workshop in Lilydale, New York on July 6th. And I'll be doing a live gallery reading on July 8th there. So you could make it a 3-day retreat, but you can go to lilydale.org and check that out. I taught it last year and it was amazing. Where you really develop and accelerate the entire day by going within to deep state meditations and connecting with your loved ones in spirit. And then also I'll be speaking at the Helping Parents Heal conference in Phoenix. I saw some Helping Parents Heal moms here. That is at the end of August. So check that out. Um, and that's a 4-day conference, the end of August. It's amazing. It's my third time speaking. I just love them so much. They're amazing, amazing. So amazing conference, amazing people. Um, okay, and we will be doing a spiritual reading giveaway at the end of the evening. So make sure that you stay on so you can accept it verbally because we need you to say that you're accepting it. Okay. I always feel light in these events. So just takes me a moment to connect. And Bill's going to keep an eye on the chat. So as I connect the loved one, um, he will keep an eye on the chat. Just put in the chat if it resonates with you and what resonates with you. Then he will call on you to unmute and come on. Okay. And oh, I'm seeing you, seeing you. Okay, great. Yes, love that. Okay. And Bill, if you could just remind me towards the end when we're getting close about the spiritual reading giveaway.
All right.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of close my eyes for a moment and just very much focus over here on this angel and just take a moment to connect here. Okay, hello. Okay, hi. Okay, I want to say I have this young girl here. I think I feel like she's got blonde hair. I'm hearing like an A name, like an Allie, but I'm feeling her come in right away. And let me work with her here. Hi, welcome. Okay. I also feel too, as I'm connecting, I'm feeling like I'm seeing like a 19 or high teens for her. And her name could like sound like Allie too, but this is what she's bringing through like right away. She also shows like wings, and I'm seeing wings, and I'm seeing butterflies around too as she's connecting. Hi. Okay. So I also know with this girl coming through, I know that she's very artsy too, because she shows me like these diagrams. These, okay, I'll say that diagrams, and specifically she says, and I do see like she's an artist, and I see like her coloring or doing something with crayons or um, uh, crafty things, and I'm seeing her do that too. I also have a
Deb
hat.
says,
I have a hat on.
oh, Deb says, I've got Abby 19 and she's arty. And also Tammy says, I have an Allie with blonde hair.
Okay, she has blonde hair for sure. She's got blonde hair. So they may be coming in together. This has happened before. There's been two of them coming through before. So I want to go with Allie because she came right away with her name and blonde hair. But Deb, I want you to, is it Deb? Is that right? I want you two to also be listening to and validate what's coming through as well. But um, let's bring on the
Tammy
mom.
Patrick, yeah, with
Okay, let's
Abby.
bring her on. Yeah.
Tammy, can I ask you to press the unmute button?
Can you hear me?
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Hi. What's
Hi.
resonating with you?
Oh, all of it,
Okay,
for sure.
tell us.
Well, Her name's Allie. She has blonde hair and she is pretty well, she used to always doodle and draw, and
Yes.
she's always wearing a hat.
Oh, she's got the hat on. It's puffy. Okay. All
What,
right. So let me
does it
work
look
with her
like that?
here. She's coming through. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's brown, but I saw like a rim right here. So, oh my
Gotcha.
goodness,
She
amazing.
always had a
She
hat on.
is. There she is. Okay. Let me work with her here. Hi, hi. Okay.
And my
So
heart's
I
racing.
I want to go back to she showed like teens or 19. Is that connected to her?
23.
Okay, okay. And what does the diagrams mean? Okay, just remember that. Just remember that. Okay, so let me work with her. Hi, hi, hi. Okay. Oh wow, she's all about wellness. She's coming through
Oh,
very strongly on wellness. Okay, so as she's
Okay.
connecting, I feel like she's helping like a lot of girls.
Mm-hmm.
And she's talking about wellness and helping girls be okay, helping girls be well. So she's coming through on that right now. And she's like kicking my legs up like this. I don't know what that means, but like she takes my hand and she kicks the back of my foot and she hits my heel. Okay, so I don't know what does that mean to you? But she's like, I think like she feels like she's nailing it right now. You are nailing it. You are nailing it. Okay, so I haven't stopped with her, but I do want to say too, as she's coming through, there's like these wings, and they're like little black wings, and she's showing like these little bugs or something. And then she's also, what is that? I feel like I feel like there's a bunch of honey here. I feel like there's a tree and there's like a beehive, honey here. Too. I know she loves honey. Um, okay, so and wellness. So okay, I'm gonna put it back over to you and what is resonating with you.
Oh, well, all of that, yeah. You broke up a little bit, but so the bee, you actually even had emailed me once that a bee went by on a bus and you thought it was connected to her, but she had a bee tattoo. Can you hear me? Are you
Oh
frozen?
my.
And
Oh
so
wow.
we have a
Okay, she's
nonprofit.
showing a beehive.
Yeah. Well, and so a lot of our stickers have bees on them and TUBU, and it's all about wellness. We have our nonprofit for it's called Surf the Earth. She started it before she passed. So, yeah, she's
She feels like she's so strong. She feels like she's on a campsite right now. She feels like she's at like a children's camp. And I
oh,
see her at a children's camp right now, and she's with all these kids.
oh wow.
What does that
Yeah.
mean?
Well, there's one down, so I'm in Michigan and there's on Dragon's Wings, they have a kids camp and um we're in all the bracelet bags. Like sure her little picture of her. Um, yeah, it's there
Oh my goodness, what?
because we
She's
sponsored
there.
it. It's just another mom who lost her child doing that. So Surf the Earth is sponsoring her event.
And
But
it's a camp, it's a campground, a
it's a
camp.
camp for middle-aged kids for wellness. Hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
She's so strong. She's so proud of you for doing this because her energy is there and she's helping all these kids at this camp. This is what she is showing. She's making sure that they feel comfortable. She's giving them like energy. She wants them to feel okay. Like she's got so much teacher in her too. Like I feel her as a teacher, as a counselor, all around wellness. And she's like, Mom, I'm helping all these kids and you're helping me help all these kids. She's showing that. Good
Yeah.
job.
She's
Um,
helping me
okay,
do it.
okay. And then I have to say too, as she's coming in, do you have a bee tattoo or does she have a bee tattoo? Who's got the bee tattoos here?
She does.
She does. Okay, good job. Oh. And there's also too the celebratory feeling with her coming through. She's celebrating something. It feels like a milestone to her, but I'm feeling her like celebrating something. What does that mean?
Well, it's not, we are starting well, I don't know what, but we're starting a kindness garden and it's really exciting. And just yesterday we met with we just been doing a lot of work and the landscaper's coming tomorrow. So we've been really hyped up on it because we've been waiting for the landscaper to break ground on the kindness garden.
Okay, yeah, she's all about that.
Yeah.
She's all about that. I have to say too that she's saying a name to me right now. This girl she's with by the name of Ella. She's with the girl named Ella, and
You
she's
know
like,
Ella. You know Ella. That's Sarah Bailey's daughter. You know Sarah Bailey, remember her? I know that she's been to a couple of
yeah,
your
I'm not
classes.
in spirit.
Oh
When
yeah,
I'm in
you can't.
spirit, I can't remember, but
Okay.
she's yelling this name Ella, like
Mm-hmm. Okay.
right here, that she's with her. And
Okay.
she wants you to know that. And I do know about singing. I don't know who
Mm-hmm. Ella. Mm-hmm.
sings, but someone is singing and she's with this girl. And
Yeah.
I feel like they like to karaoke together because she is showing that right now. And she's having so much fun. Now, your daughter is showing me her like flopping herself on the couch and kicking her legs up like she just like and she's showing me her like jump up, flop on the couch, kick my legs up like I'm done. I'm done. So do you know what that means?
Well, I mean, I'm right in the spot where she always would lay, and I'd lay right next to her, and it would be right here, and we'd
Oh,
fight over this spot. And actually, it's kind of
oh my
funny.
goodness sake.
So Ella's mom gave me this. This is a pillow of her, and it's been sitting right next to me.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
It's
That
so
is
funny.
amazing.
And
That is
that's actually
amazing.
from Ella's mom, and it's right next to me on the couch. So it's,
Oh my goodness. And she just showed herself flopping up on this couch with her legs out so that you would say what you are saying. And then Ella
oh,
is right there, the girl that she mentioned. This is
can't
incredible.
make this
She's
up. Yeah.
incredibly strong, incredibly strong.
Yeah.
Now, there's something about the garden that you mentioned that I want to go back to her on. That was a garden, is that correct? Because she's mentioning this.
Yes.
Um, okay, what do you want to say? She's talking about this is like a sacred garden and sacred heart energy. It's what
Mm.
she is saying. And there's also going to be like she's showing like little things put in the garden, like little hearts, little things, crafty things, colored things are going to be put in this garden. She's showing it right now. And
Yes.
she's saying that this is my idea and that she gave it to you and that she is making this garden very colorful and very beautiful.
Yes. She is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know it was from her. Because it was such a great idea. I couldn't come up with it. No, we're all painting rocks. And I've been going to the high school. And so it's a movement in town where we're all painting kindness rocks. And I got everybody doing it. And she just loves it. Yeah.
Okay, so she's saying about this garden that this garden is going to like replicate in other places.
Yes.
You know this?
Yeah.
Know this? Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
sorry. We keep going. Yeah, sorry.
yeah, she's saying it's going to replicate in other places and other people are going to pick up these gardens and going to do this. So what does that mean to you?
Yep, a friend of mine is now going to do it in Petoskey. I have one of her friends who is not a board member of ours, lives out in Bend, Oregon. She's going to do one. And then we have somebody actually in Holland, Michigan that just texted me.
Okay,
So
she's
she's
making that
sparking it too.
happen.
Yeah, yeah. And it happens it's not like something we started. It is that project kindness. I can't think right now because all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
okay.
yeah,
It's okay.
Project Connect or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Yeah, she's making that happen. She's doing this with you. I mean, she
Yeah,
gives
I
me a very
feel it.
strong feeling that she is like pushing you. She's pushing you to keep going with more and more ideas. And I'm just feeling this from her. She's so creative. There's such a creative in her, and she wants to continue to create things with you. Um, and there's like hearts and bees and all sorts of things that I'm seeing from her right now. And then tell me about that. Okay. Okay. And did you auction off something of hers? Was there something of her artwork? Um, I'm hearing this right from her. Something of her artwork. She gives me a feeling of
Well,
feeling.
auctioned it off. I can't think of something that
Okay, she's
we did
bring.
a big auction though. We just did a really big silent auction and oh, maybe a bracelet or
Okay, she's bringing up auctions, so I have to say that from her.
yeah.
That you just did something with the
Mhm.
auction, and
Yeah,
she did it with you.
yeah. It was huge. Thank you for all those items. Yes.
Okay, beautiful. She's like, I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. It's you and me. It's you and me. And she just like hugging you so tight like this. And she's like, it's you and me doing this. We're doing this. We're doing this. And so I just feel her. She is just, oh my gosh, she's got the biggest bubbly personality. And her energy is just so incredibly high. And so I know that she's bringing you all this energy too, because she's showing that she can do that as well. And she just shines this beautiful, oh, thank you. That is so pretty. She just shines this beautiful golden light on you. It's a golden light, and
Mhm.
I've seen it. And then are you wearing her on your shirt?
Oh, not right in this moment, but yes, many shirts.
Okay. She's
Yeah,
showing
we
her
create them
picture.
together. She helps me. Yeah.
She did that with you,
Hmm.
your shirt, because she
Yeah.
shows herself on your
Yeah. We
on
just
your
had a an event and it's called Shred the Stigma because she was a skier and so it has her skiing on the back. Yeah.
Okay, she shows that you
Yeah.
were wearing that. Um, I can go on. I know you can. I know
I
you can. She's like, I can keep going. I can go on. She's like, I know you.
Oh,
So
she's
I'm
so
just gonna leave you with all her love.
oh my gosh.
Amazing.
Is this recorded? Because I would love my husband to
Yes,
hear this. Okay, good. Because
yes,
he's asleep and
yes.
oh, okay.
Yeah, she's like, this is gonna all continue, and there's gonna be gardens all over, and people are gonna video their gardens, she's saying, and putting them all on their social media. So
Oh, it's gorgeous. Thank you.
she's
Thank
saying
you
that
so much.
as well. Oh, and people are gonna name their gardens. They're gonna name their gardens, she's saying. That's
Oh,
another piece.
like what should our name oh sorry. Like what should our name of our garden be?
Well, I know it has something to do with golden because I
Mhm.
see golden.
Okay.
Golden, golden, golden. Okay, golden sun, golden. Yeah, golden, yellow.
I kept getting that too, with something the other day when I was trying to come up with a name and Golden Light kept coming up.
Oh, and she brought the golden light.
I know.
See,
Interesting.
it's all connected. It's
Oh,
all
love you.
connected.
Thank you
Amazing
so
job. You're
much.
welcome. Blessings of
Thank
love
you,
and light.
Allie. Love
Thank you,
you.
Allie. Good job.
Yeah, good job.
She's like, what she's done.
Yeah, biggest cheerleader. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome.
So sweet.
Okay, so as I continue on, thank you, Allie, for opening it up. Um, oh, hello. Okay. So, hi. Okay. All right. So I have this boy coming through, and I'm seeing him. Hi. Okay. And I know with this boy coming through, we work with him here. Keep going. Okay. So I do know that he's connected to a truck, and I do see him with dark hair, and I do see, okay. I feel like my hair is in my face too. This is connecting. Um, I'm just feeling something in this area as he's connecting. I also know too that there's a connection with him to a Steve, because I'm feeling that as well. I also feel too that I want to lift up my arm and I want to throw something with my hand. So I feel like he is in sports or he's throwing something, whether it's a ball or a shot put or something. I'm feeling with my arm just kind of coming up like this. And as he's connecting, I want to say too, I feel like I'm in my teens, uh, or high teens, maybe, um, is what he looks like too. So I have this boy coming through. I do see him with dark hair. I know he's connected to a truck. I do feel like my hair, I kind of wear my hair in my face. I know he's connected to a Steve. He brought that name. And I know he's kind of in his high teens. Tell me more. Um, and there is like something that just kind of came over my head. I feel like it's a ball or a baseball or something just kind of coming over my head here as he's connecting. Okay. Bill, is there
We have,
anybody?
yeah, we have two folks. Shan is saying that they have a boy with dark hair and the truck relates to them. And then
Okay.
secondly, Rachel Chang says Charlie, my boy, relates to the truck, hair in the face. Stevens, um, possibly a last name Stevens. I'm not sure what that means. Uh,
Okay.
he loved ball, cricket, and he had dark hair. So
Okay. So can you bring her on?
Rachel, oh, I wonder if Rachel could unmute for us, please.
Hi,
Hi, Rachel. Hi, what's
hi.
resonating with you?
Um, all of it resonates except
Okay.
the teenager. My boy was a little bit younger,
Okay.
but the dark hair in his face.
In
He
his
had this
face,
little
right?
truck that he used to sit in.
Simpson.
Um,
Yes, he was
yeah,
sitting in it. Thank you. Thank
yeah.
you. And what does Steve or Stevens mean?
Well, Steve doesn't resonate, but Stevens is his close cousins. Their surname was Stevens.
Okay.
So that's the only connection there. And loved playing ball, throwing a cricket ball.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
cricket
lots
ball.
of
Okay,
things
thank
that
you.
you
Good.
said. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. So can I come to you with your son? Is this your son? Yes?
Yes, yes, my son.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, that's my mom. Okay. And the other mom, please listen and put in the chat because like what just happened before with the two coming through, I'm sure the two are here as well. And that's why it resonates because both of them are right here. Okay. So let me continue to work with him. I want to say when he first came through, I saw him with his dark hair in his face sitting in a truck. At the end of the pickup truck though, and the back part of the pickup truck, I saw him like
That's right.
sitting there
It
with,
was a little, yeah, a little yellow Tonka truck, and he was
okay.
sitting in the pickup tray of it.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let me work with him here as he's coming through. And you said that the teens doesn't resonate, so this could be the other boy too coming in.
Yeah, yeah. My boy was younger.
Okay, okay. Let me keep working with him here. Hi, hi. Okay. Um, okay, and then can I just say something too, like when he was younger, Uh, did he have a hard time speaking or like getting his words out?
Yeah, yep. So he did. He actually had a brain tumor, and after he had surgery, he had 6 weeks where he couldn't talk. He had cerebellar mutism. Yeah,
He's telling me that he couldn't say the words. The words
yeah.
couldn't come out. Okay,
Mm.
very good. Um, but they do now. But they do now.
Mhm.
I do know too as he's coming through. I I want to say too. Was he 5?
7. He was almost 5 when he was diagnosed.
Thank you. Because he
Yeah,
gives the age of 5. Okay,
yeah.
around
He
this.
was 4 and 10 months, yeah, when he was
Okay,
diagnosed.
thank you. Um, so as he's coming through, he is giving me a feeling that he came in to bring in so much love, like so much love for you, unconditional love. And he was able to do that. And he's bringing that through right now. And I just feel him too. I know that he lays on you because he gives me a feeling of like laying on you, like his whole self laying on you, like right here. Okay. And I feel like he lays on you at nighttime. And when you start to like perspire in that at night, he's laying there. He's laying there with you, bringing his love. And he's showing that right now. Um, okay. Thank you. Good job. Good job. You're
I
doing
feel that.
You feel that, right?
Yeah. And
And he's very, very, very strong at night. Are you like
mum,
mom? Okay.
mum, MUM. Yeah.
Yeah, mom, right? I'm hearing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
My mom. Okay. And I'll say too with him, okay. Okay. And then with his hair, did you cut his hair or like
Yes. Yeah.
pieces of his hair? He's showing
Oh,
it.
yeah. We kept some pieces of his hair. Is that what you mean? We cut some hair after he passed away.
Yes, yes, he's showing.
Yeah.
He's showing you cut pieces of his hair and you have them. Okay, very
Yeah.
good. He's very strong. He's very strong for you. He's blowing like he's doing this like I don't know if this sounds like a whistle or this sounds like a blowing sound, but he's doing this right now. So I feel like he does want you to listen for this, um,
Okay.
because we can hear things subtly from our
Mm-hmm.
loved ones in the afterlife, and I feel him like blowing. We're doing this exercise. He's doing this right now, and I'm seeing it from him. Um, so my mom and I, he's just showing like you two are just completely intertwined, and this is always going to be this way. Um,
Mm.
and he's showing that. And
The
you'll
blowing might be. I recently was started doing some breath work, and that blowing sound, when you're exhaling, like in the
oh,
breathwork sessions.
he's doing that with you. He's doing
Mm.
that with you. The breath work,
Yeah.
he's doing
Nice.
that. He's aware. He's aware. And he can also bring you a lot of healing during that time because I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's relaxation.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's bringing through. It's relaxation. Now, he's
Yeah.
also showing his
Mm-hmm.
books, and that you
He
do
loved books.
you hold his books and you read his books and you have his books.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he loves his
Yeah.
books. I feel like he could just sit there and just read his books, look at his books. And I'm feeling that too. And one book feels like it's a cloth book, or maybe he just really wants me to talk about a young book. But I feel like it's a cloth book or something really special about this book that he's showing right now. And I'm feeling it from him, uh,
Okay.
something soft. Okay, he's showing that too. Um, and he felt all your love, not leaving his side, holding, 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 holding. He keeps talking about holding and holding and holding and holding. And he could feel and still feels you holding him. He
Mhm.
wants you to know that. Um,
Lovely.
Okay, thank you. And is there also, are you in England? Are you in England?
Australia.
Australia,
Yeah.
okay. Are you by a main street or a Madison Street? He gives me a feeling. Okay,
Maribyrnong
Maribyrnong,
Road.
it's an M name. Okay, he's giving me a feeling of a street
Mhm.
of where he lives, and it's an M. M. Okay.
Well, when Charlie was alive, we lived on Mount Alexander Road.
Okay, thank you. Because he brings that M name for his street, and he's also giving a feeling that he's wherever you are. He's wherever you are. Always with you, wherever.
That's nice because
Okay.
we've moved since he passed away.
Yes, he wants
That's
you to
nice
know.
to know.
He wants you to know he's wherever you are. It doesn't matter about the other house. He's with you wherever you are. Okay, this is an important message from him because he doesn't want you to think that his energy isn't strong enough to be with you now in the new home. He wants you to know that he's still there, even stronger. You know, I know. You keep getting stronger. He keeps getting stronger in his spirit, and he wants you to know that. Okay, that's important. I love my mom. Love you, Mom. Love you, Mom.
Thank you.
Okay, and I do know too, you already said this, but he does kind of touch his head, and he's so good. He's so good now. He says he's so good now. So good. There's like this little dog with him. There's this dog.
Oh yeah.
There's a little dog with him. It's like a light brown color doggy. I see a little doggy with him. What does that mean?
My sister's dog was light brown, Floyd. He's still alive though, the little brown dog.
Little brown dog, right? He's around that
Yeah.
dog. He's with that dog. He's around that dog.
All right.
He loves that dog.
Oh, he did. He loved him so much.
He still loves him. He still loves him, and he's around him. He plays with him. He says he plays with him. And then also, do you understand like the ball going ahead above his head?
The ball?
A
Did you say
ball,
the ball?
something above his head?
He used to love like bowling and cricket. Is that what you mean? Or
Okay, yeah, because I feel like he's playing this game. He's still playing this game. And
okay.
it's this like ball or something going over his head. And I feel like he is hitting it.
Oh, he used to love playing this game, Keepy Uppy, with like this balloon ball, a balloon that was basically in this ball, and you had to keep it in the air. And we used to play it a lot in the hospital. So maybe it's that.
Is it above like the head?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a balloon, but it's inside a fabric cover, and it's you have to keep it up.
He's bringing it back again from the beginning because he wants you to recognize it. He wants you to recognize that he's still playing this game. Okay, like it doesn't touch the ground, like it stays up here.
Nice.
Okay,
yeah.
And so he's showing that too for you. And he is also saying too that you hear him playing. Like you can hear him sometimes. And he brings this feeling through. Like he's around in the house. He gives the feeling of it and that you can hear him. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. He wants to validate that for you. Because he's working really hard, he says. He's working really hard to prove that he's with you and he wants you to know it. He wants you to know it. And I do see too, as he's coming in, was he like flat-footed, like when he walked, did he make a lot of noise? Because he's giving me a feeling of his feet and
Yes, yeah,
making a lot of noise when he walked. Okay.
yeah.
And
He did used to, yeah,
yeah,
running on the floorboards and stuff. Yeah.
he's like stomping my feet right now and making all this noise. And he's telling me that he does this in the house. And so you can hear it like subtly. And he's going to make sure that you do hear it. Is that right? Yeah, I
Okay.
see that exclamation point. So I'll leave you with all his love, all his love.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Blessings, blessings.
Thank you, Charlie.
Good job. Good job. Okay. So I want to say too, that as the children connect, it's interesting how they are coming in for two moms. And so the other mom could have picked up some of the messages like coming in. And so that also happens because they do work together with one another. And it is common where, two moms will pick it up at the same time. And that's meant to happen so that they can share that I'm here too, and we're working together. And so whatever didn't resonate with her, I will say was for the other mom, as well. Okay. So I'm going to keep going here. We have more time. Yeah, we have time. Okay, I'm going to keep going a little bit here. Hi, welcome. Okay. Okay, I have this daughter coming through here, and I know she has like a lot of curly hair, and she's got a lot of hair, and I'm seeing like a lot of curls in her hair as she's connecting. Okay, and as she's coming through, I just want to say too, she's got kind of like broader shoulders. I do see a 3 and I do see a 6 here. She's connecting. Okay. I also know too, with her coming through, there's a connection with her. It feels like I feel like she's connected or her mom's connected to like the medical field on some level, or dental. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that from her. She shows a big heart, like a big red heart, as she's coming through too. Hi, welcome. Hi. Okay. And I know too, as she's connecting, I'm hearing some names. I'm hearing like a Carolyn. I'm also hearing like an Elizabeth, too. So I have this woman connecting, this daughter connecting. And I want to say too, as she's coming in, show me that. Okay. I feel like I had some health issues, like lower. She's giving me a feeling in my lower area. Um, and she does give me a feeling of like her shoulders, her back. I'm feeling from her. Oh, who's that? And there's also like a connection I'm hearing to like a Tina. She's bringing a lot of names. She's coming in really fast. Let me just slow her down a little bit. Okay. All right. So I have this woman coming through, and I do see her, or I have this daughter coming through. I do see there's a lot of curly hair in her. And I also want to say too, she was giving me a 3 or a 36, 3, 6, and there's a connection to like medical field too. And she's bringing in names, but there's also, she's showing a big red heart next to medical field. And I'm feeling that from her too. And I do see she has beautiful eyelashes too. I'm seeing really big eyelashes on her, as well as she is connecting. Okay. Yeah. I do want to say too, I do feel like I'm kind of hippie. I feel like I have hips And she's giving me a feeling of that right now. And I do know that she had some issues like with her legs, because she's giving me a feeling of her legs too. Uh, and so I'm going to keep going. This isn't resonating. I'm going to keep going. Is it resonating with anyone, Bill?
Not quite yet.
Okay, okay. So I see this woman coming through. She feels older to me. She feels like she's like in her 20s or 30s. This is the feeling that I'm getting from her. And I do know too, I do see some smoke. I do see some smoke. I also see that she smoked too. And I'm feeling that from her as well. And I do feel like I have some congestion here as she's connecting. Okay. All right. It's okay. Okay. So I'm gonna kind of keep going here now. Because I have this other girl coming through right now. And I'm seeing her with long, dark, like auburn colored hair. Um, Hi. Hello. Okay, so I have this girl coming through. She might be related to this one over here. I don't know, but so I have this girl coming through with very long hair. It's very auburn brown colored hair, a little bit of a red tint to it. But I'm feeling her connect this beautiful girl. Hi. Okay, and as she's coming through, I want to say I'm connected to a 16. As she's coming through. And I want to say too, I move my feet a lot. She feels like she's like ballerina or dancer. But she's giving me a feeling of that right now. And I feel like I have on these little ballet shoes. Thank you from her. There's also a connection too with her, good job, to like a MAR or a march. She's coming through on that as well. And I do see her. She's kind of tall, like on the thin side. And hi. And then also I know that there's a special necklace for her because she's coming through with this like beautiful necklace. And I'm feeling it right here as she's connecting. I feel like there's a star connected to her too. Okay. All right. And I do know too that she's also showing too these beautiful clouds up above. And it feels like there's like this stream of light in the clouds. And I see that from her too. Okay. So I want to say I've got this girl coming through right now, and I feel like she's in her teens, and I feel like she has like a brown hair or auburn colored hair, and I feel she's a very beautiful girl, and she's kind of giving me feeling of my feet. Like I feel like I'm doing some exercises with my feet right now, like little dance exercises, like
Tatiana is
on my
saying
toes.
Tatiana is saying that my daughter was 15, reddish hair, feet moving a lot, slender. There's a star related to her. And Holly is saying my daughter danced on point, and I am in the medical field. She passed 3/17 or March 17th at 17 years old. So we have Tatiana and Holly.
Okay, can we bring them both on? Because I'm feeling quite a bit here.
Tatiana
So,
and Holly, can I ask you both to unmute?
Sure. Can you hear me?
okay,
Yes.
hello,
Okay.
welcome,
Hello. Hi.
welcome.
Hi.
Okay, and then there's a Holly. Oh yeah, I saw those two L's. Okay, yeah, I did see that too. Okay, so is Holly on as well? Is there a Holly
Yep,
here?
I'm here.
Okay, hi, welcome, welcome. Okay, so I want you each to say what's resonating with you because I feel like I have both of them here. Okay.
Wow. The age is correct. The age is my daughter passed at 15. She moved her feet a lot. she couldn't really walk, but she used her feet for bouncing on the ball a lot. And the star associated with her, there's a star assigned for her after she passed in her name. The necklace, I have two beautiful necklaces with her fingerprint, and the other one is with her picture inside,
Okay. And
in the
March?
hair too.
And what does March mean to you? March?
Marge doesn't relate to her, but to her
Okay.
passed away brother.
Okay, okay. Okay, and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I just want to say that. And Holly, what is resonating with you?
Well, so I'm trying to think of the order that you did it. I am in medical. And she danced, she was in ballet, she danced point.
Oh, she put
Um,
ballet shoes on me.
yeah, she danced point. And yeah, she had long eyelashes. She was very beautiful. I have a necklace that has her picture on one side and her signature on the other, engraved. And so she did pass in March, but she was at 17. You're
March
saying
17th.
three,
Was it March 17th?
yeah, March 17th.
She had me write down March 17th. Right
Yeah,
here.
that's when she
Okay.
passed.
Okay. All right. Okay. I feel like I'm with both of you though. So I'm just gonna read, okay? Because I feel like I have two girls here right now. And first that I want to say too, they're both very strong in spirit. And they're coming through with the synchronicities with the necklaces. This is how they come through in like a twofer, like they're both coming through together. And I want to say too how strong it is with the star and how strong it is with the ballet. That tells me that they're both right here. Okay, so and I know they're both right here. Hi. Okay. And does one of them have blonde hair? Just yes or no? No, it's
No,
brown. It's long
brown
hair.
Yeah,
and reddish.
well,
Reddish.
she,
Okay, thank you.
yeah, she highlighted her hair, so when she
Okay.
passed, she was like highlighted. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good, because I do feel a little bit of that too. Okay, who wants to come through first? Yeah. Okay. All right, so I want to go with this one girl here that is coming through, that I know she's connected to butterflies, because I'm seeing like butterflies all around her right now. And she talks about her birthday, and she's also saying that my mom my mom can hear me. And Tatiana, I think I'm going to go to you right now because I'm feeling her strongly connected to your blonde hair. So as she's coming through, I want to say too, tell me that again, that she's coming through with a lot of butterflies around her, and she's also talking about her birthday, and she's saying that my mom now can hear me, and I'm speaking to my mom every day. Okay, so Tatiana, how does that resonating with you?
Uh, I don't think I hear her, but I would love to with all my heart. But I do talk to her every day or every other day.
Okay,
That's
she
for
is
sure.
she is hearing you, and she is, I feel, talking back, because she gives that feeling, but she also shows images. So she's coming through with images, and she's coming through with butterflies. So I know the butterflies are really connected to her, and something around her birthday. I'm just feeling that right now. The butterflies here too that I'm seeing.
Not her birthday, but when the stone was placed in her name in her school, they let out butterflies, a box of butterflies, and it happens in
Oh,
May last year. Like,
okay,
yeah,
beautiful, beautiful. She's showing that right now for you, and that is a very strong sign of hers with you. Um, and I
thank
also
you.
know too, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hi, hi. Okay, so I don't know how to do the ballet. Ballet. What's that called? The ballet. But she's bringing this now for you, Holly, as your
Mhm.
daughter's coming through. She's like Plane. Is that
Plie,
like
plie.
when
Yeah,
you plie,
that
plie?
it's
Okay, so she's
yeah,
bending my
plie.
knees. My feet are
Yep,
together and she's bending my knees and she's moving my arm through like
yep,
this. Okay, I never took ballet. It's one dance I didn't take. But
yeah.
I will say this is what she is doing. And she's also saying how proud she is of you. She's so proud of you. She's saying, like, my mom speaks in front of so many people. And she's so proud of you. And she gives you like your voice too.
Mm.
But she talks about this, how you're always speaking in front of a crowd of people. And she's bringing that through. What does that mean to you?
So I did lectures all over the country, um, for
Wow.
medical lectures for like when the GLPLs launched in 2008. That's when I started. I've lectured for like 10, 15 years all over the
Wow.
country.
Oh, wow. She's showing it and she's showing how proud she is of you. And she's like, I'm with you, Mom. I'm with you. And I feel like you teach or she teaches with you. I just feel this from her
Mhm.
too as she's coming through, that she's right by your side, helping you and teaching with you. You understand that?
I've been a professor for 25 years.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, she's right there with you, doing this with you. And she's like, I'm never stopping. I'm never
Yes.
stopping. I do it all with my mom. I do everything with my mom. And there's also, is there like an S connected to her?
Shauna, that's her name.
Oh my goodness. Good job. Good job. Good job. Um,
And well, the crazy thing is, Shauna is an Irish name, which we're really not Irish, and she passed on St. Patrick's Day, which is,
oh wow. That's an interesting. There's some synchronicity there
yeah.
for sure. And I just feel this from her. But she shows this big, huge S too as she's
Mhm.
connecting. Um, okay, tell me about that too. Okay. And then also, are you writing down her things that she's doing in the journal? Because she's also showing that too. You're writing things down. This may be also for Tatiana, but you are
Yes, I do. I do.
okay.
Yes.
Thank you. They are toggling back and forth, both girls.
Okay.
Both girls are toggling
That's
back
so
and forth.
cool.
And they have this like friendship going on.
Oh, wow.
So so I just have to share that with both of you because they're like, okay, your turn. Okay, your turn. Okay, your turn. And they're
Wow.
like doing this back and forth. So
Amazing.
she's saying that you are journaling and
Yes.
every single thing that she's doing. Okay. And she's loving it too. Okay. I'm doing my best here because both of them are like pause and then the other one will start up again.
Which,
Okay.
Stacey, this doesn't surprise me because she was so social. Like she had
Oh,
so many friends, and it didn't matter where she was at, she would make a friend. Like it didn't
Oh,
matter.
wow.
it's so sweet because they're like, okay, your turn. Okay, your turn. Okay, next. And so I'm just listening to them like go back and forth right now, but I'm trying to follow too. Um, okay. All right. Yeah, tell me about that. Okay. There's also, I know this beautiful rainbow connection because I am seeing that too. I'm seeing the rainbow here in the sky, and I know that's connected too. She has a tendency to bring that rainbow, and she looks at that rainbow every day. Okay, so
Mm.
what does that mean to you, Tatiana?
Every time I see rainbow, I have a strong feeling it's from my daughter.
Okay,
And
yeah.
yes, and it can be a rainbow even if I water garden and it's from the hose, the
Mhm.
water from the hose
Right,
and
the rainbow
reflects in the
lights.
sun. Yes, yes, and it's like I have a feeling it's her.
Yes, she's showing that as well. And I mean, they're just tag teaming, which I think is so amazing that they can do this back and forth. Okay, let me just see here. Okay. And I do feel too that one of them has a very big personality and she's very loud. Because she's like, okay, now what? Okay, now what? And I just feel this from her, but they're having so much fun. And I feel like they're bringing through so much joy because they're both having a lot of fun together.
Oh, good.
Um, and I do know these necklaces are so special because
Mm,
they kind of touch the necklace like this.
mm,
And I know that they mean so much and they connect as you wear and you touch and you think lovingly. They're connecting with you in those moments. Um, okay,
okay.
so I want to say, Tatiana, for you, your daughter is coming through with, she brings images. So instead of
Mm,
seeking like the exact communication words, I want you to just pay attention to what you're feeling and what you're receiving in terms of an image because she brings images so quickly.
okay.
And so I want to share that with you as far as her communication goes.
Thank
And
you. Thank
then
you.
and then Holly, I also want you to know too, as your daughter is connecting, that she's definitely in your ear. She's definitely in your ear. And I am feeling this from her. And she does this thing where when she's coming through, she's like, Mom, it's me. It's me. And I just feel this from her, and I feel her personality, and I feel her, she's funny. She's funny because she gives me a little bit of sarcasm too, and I get
Oh,
that
yeah.
from her. And so she kind of likes to give me a feeling of like sneaking up on you, but saying like, it's me. Okay, Mom, it's me. And I just feel that so much from her right now. But I'm going to leave you both with all their love. This was wonderful. You guys
Thank
did
you.
an
Thank
amazing
you.
job. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Oh,
Um,
Stacey, Terry Harsh says that my son's birthday is next Tuesday, and she released butterflies from a box, and they do it every year. So there's kind of a
Wow.
tie-in there as well.
Mhm.
yes, they're tag teaming. Yes, I love that. Um, I love when their messages come through and they touch more people here. And they're very creative in this way of bringing through these type of messages that are connecting more than one person, because that's healing. Like I say, when you come to these events, like you can hear messages that are going to someone else that are also for you too.
Resonate.
You can
Yes.
take them
Yes.
as well. Yeah. So I want to thank everybody for coming tonight and being with us. I want to thank the beautiful awakened moms that shared, Jeanine as well. Thank you for sharing your beautiful story of your daughter Shannon, and also Darcy. Thank you for sharing your beautiful, amazing, strong story of your son Jessie. They are like shining angels. And I know that they're helping so many kids in the afterlife and teaching as well. Because I know they all learn from each other and they all help each other to connect and come through for so much healing. So thank you all and
You,
blessings of love
you
and
have a giveaway as well, isn't
oh
that?
my gosh, yes, thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. What's the name? Okay. All right. So all right, I'm getting a name Mia. Is there a Mia here? Mia? Okay. No, that's okay. I'm hearing the name Mia, so somebody can take that. Hearing the name Mia overall.
Marion P says she's my daughter.
Oh,
And Heidi
okay.
Grace, oh, has another comment, but
Okay.
Marion P.
Can you bring Marion P on?
Hi. My daughter, she was on like just 2 minutes ago. We've been chatting back and forth. You are amazing, Stacy.
Oh,
And I see she's still on. She might have went to the bathroom.
okay. And her name's Mia?
Her name is Mia. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, so Marion and Mia,
Yes.
could you please email me at, I'll put it in the chat, my email, and let us know, or we'll contact you from your email. But You can email me here to let us know that you won the spiritual reading. Okay.
That
And
would be so awesome because
schedule
she
you.
was so excited about me getting on this. She kept emailing me and texting me, Mom, you got to get on this. You got to get on this. And so I'm getting ready to cry because this is amazing. She lost her son, her only child, and
Oh my goodness, wonderful. So that's her son bringing her in the room
yes,
right
and
now. That's
he was
amazing.
an amazing kid, and I just want great things for her. This has been hard.
Well, wonderful. That's how it works. That's how it works. So he was coming through bringing her name. So let her know, and like both of you could be on if you wanted. I allow up to 4 people on for a spiritual reading for that full hour, just for everybody who knows that. I do have openings coming up in June, so and we will be in touch with you.
You
Okay.
are amazing. I was
Oh,
gonna
thank
get my
you.
name on the list anyway, but thank you so much. She
Oh,
would be so
wonderful.
pleased.
Well, thank you all. I'm just reading in the chat. Oh, okay. Holly would love to connect with Tatiana since our daughters are connected. I will make sure that that happens. Okay.
Thank you.
I will make sure that that happens. You guys just email me and I will connect the both of you. Okay. And full of gratitude, sharing your time, energy, and gifts. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Everybody can unmute now if you want and just say bye. Thank you to everybody.
Thank
And
you,
I'm just
Stacey.
letting
Thank you so
everybody
Thank you.
much.
Thank you,
Bye.
Stacey.
Thank you. It was
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
bye.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So
You're
much.
welcome.
Beautiful.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Thank you.
everybody.
That was
Thank
amazing.
you
Blessings.
Thank
so
you.
much. That was amazing.
Oh, you're so welcome. Blessings of love and spirit, everybody. Okay, take
Same to
care.
you. Same to you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.